So here's an update, guys. Here's a 2003 Suzuki Gsxr 1000, and we changed the front and the rear brakes, all the pads with the stock rotors. We didn't change the rotors, but we changed the brake pads, and we installed EBC Gsxr sintered pads. They are basically street pads with the beginner and intermediate traction for the track too. So I think they're pretty much better. They were better within the first 25 to 30 miles when I started riding the bike. Today's my third day riding the bike on these pads, and as you can see, it's raining, and the feel of the bite of the pads is very good and smooth and consistent. The fact that the front and the rear pads, they're the same Gsxr sintered pads. The feel of the brakes is very similar, as in the amount of pull you put on the brake lever here is about the same that you would do on the foot. So that's another added benefit on that with the street pads, and they'll be the similar for the front and the rear, that you will have the same feel. If you go to the EBC, EPFA, or GPFA, or if you go to a different race track pad in the front, because the rears don't really get a racetrack pad, it's only the fronts that get the racetrack pad, then the feel will be different between the front and the rear. You might have to make a few adjustments on it. But overall, I'm very happy with the quality of the brake pads and the feel of the brake pads. It's really amazing. Even though in the rain, I was totally confident riding in the rain. I knew that it's not going to be too much of a bite on the pad, or that it's not going to be too less either. So I'm really happy with these brake pads. Now, another thing, the other day I was talking about how the front has both stainless steel braided lines, but actually it's only this one. Now this one that goes from this side, which is coming from the top, is actually a rubber hose. So this is the stainless steel braided lines that goes from this caliper to the next caliper, but from the up top coming down here, it's a rubber hose for the brakes, as is the rear. This is also a rubber hose. So if you want a more consistent feel, on the street, and if you're not riding too aggressive, it's not going to make a difference. But if you want, even for the street, you want to have a consistent feel, definitely for the track, I would definitely change these rubber hoses to stainless steel braided brake lines, front and rear. And you might not need to change your pads at that point to a full race pad. If you just change these brake lines, they'll have a more consistent feeling over a longer period of time as you're consistently using the brakes. So that's another trick right there that you can use before you jump onto a different set of pads. Thank you, guys. Now I'm going to start working on my car, and I'm posting videos on my BMW. This is the 2007 BMW 525 Gsxr, and I'm doing a lot of mods, and I'm posting videos on that too. So please follow those up too, and definitely comment, like, subscribe, and share my videos. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.